Good morning, Knights.
Today is Monday, December 10th. I'm Lauren Stapleton.
And I'm Vinnie Mulapoli, and you're watching
Night TV. If you're interested in competing in a national math competition, then take the AMC test. The American Mathematics Competition is going to be held at IHS on Thursday, February 7th, 2019 at 8:20 in the Flex Lab.
The cost is $5 paid to My Payments Plus, and it's how you will sign up for the test. The deadline to sign up and pay is Friday, December 28th. If you have any questions, please see Mrs. Hobson in C214.
After break, we showed you a story about a national hero, and today we take a closer look at a local hero, Greg Adler.
Here's Ashley Moore with the full story.
The character itself, the way it's been developed, is somebody who's happy and looks out for other people and has the ability to make them laugh. And so it's kind of cool when you can put that suit on and people have that reaction to you. They wouldn't have the same reaction if I was just dressed like this. I'm just a normal person. But you put that on and you get smiles everywhere you go. And so the ability to do that for people means a lot to me. Well, it's kind of a long story. I've always really been into Halloween. So it started when I was a kid doing really intricate pumpkin carvings and then getting more and more into building great costumes. And then around 2005, I went to a costume party back when I lived in California. So I decided to build a really screen accurate Predator costume. And so the following year, I built Bumblebee, my first Bumblebee, which is about 8 feet tall, and took it to Las Vegas and won a total of, in cash and prizes, over $30,000. 2 years later, that would have been 2011, I finished my Optimus Prime, which is almost 10 feet tall. You win the title of best costume ever, and so you win for that year. It's kind of like the Olympic gold medal of costume building. So once I was here, I realized that I had these great costumes just kind of sitting in my house on stands collecting dust. And so I was like, well, maybe I can do something good with them. So I reached out to the children's hospitals and said, hey, would you like me to come visit? And they're like, yeah, absolutely. I sent them some pictures. They're like, the kids would love that. And I was like, okay, cool. So usually what happens is when we go to the hospitals, there's somebody from the child life department who goes with us because they have a list of the kids and what rooms they're in, and they take us around. And so they'll knock on the door and say, hey, Bumblebee's here to visit, would you like him to come in? Because if they're just waking up, maybe we'll come back later. Or if they're just not feeling too well, then we'll just leave a toy and see them next time, type of thing. Typically I'll stay off to the side, and then once they open the door, I kind of peek my head around, and I mean, you get everything from just like they're staring and they don't know what to say, to like they're trying to jump out of the bed and come give me a hug. I always go in and tell them, ask them how they're doing. Even if I know they're not doing fine, they always say they're doing fine, if I know they're not feeling well. And we take a picture together, and I tell them I hope they feel better, and I give them a toy, and sometimes we'll chit-chat for a minute. I'll talk to their parents, and we give a fist bump and tell them to have a good day and feel better. And they say, okay. And so for the ones that go home, I just want them to be happy while I'm there, kind of break up the monotony of being in the hospital. The only thing worse than being sick is being sick and lonely. And so if I can come in and cheer them up for a few minutes and leave something with them, give them a toy to help remember that happy experience, it's that's a really good thing. And then for the kids who aren't ever going to go home, I just figure, hey, if this is going to be their last Halloween, then just try to give them a good one. You learn as you get older that you actually get a lot more joy out of giving stuff to other people than getting stuff yourself. And you start to see how much better it is to do nice things for other people. It makes you feel good. And so, if you ever are in a point in your life where, things are tough, or you just feel like things aren't going right, find a way to do nice things for other people, and you'll feel a lot better. That whatever it is that you're interested in, there's a way to do it, and you'll feel better about the impact you've made just by doing a little bit. And that's what I always tell people. You don't have to do 20 hours a month. You can do 5 hours a year and you'll feel good about it. And the world will be a better place if you do, because so many more people will be doing just a little bit and a lot more cool stuff will get done. The event today was Breakfast with Santa. It was hosted by Children's Medical Center Dallas, and it was basically a fundraiser for a lot of the kids who are in the hospitals for events and functions for them, and it was a lot of fun. I just took the helmet off about a minute ago, so I'm still tired and sweaty.
You've given him life, and it's been a life like no other. Some of it's been hurtful, and some of it's been some joys and some smiles and some laughter. But God, we just thank you in advance for what it is you are about to do.
Wow, that's a very inspirational story.
Makes me wonder what I could do for my community.
Be sure to follow us on Twitter at IHS Night TV. I'm Vinny Mulapoli.
And I'm Lauren Stapleton, and remember to
keep it noble, Knights.